What's up, y'all? It's your girl Marissa Christine, and I'm back with another TTMT, and that is Talk to Me Tuesday. And I brought my girl Shay on here, and we're gonna talk about relationships. She is the guru, okay?
Already know.
All right, tell them your at and all that stuff.
Y'all, my Instagram name is sophisticated_Shay_. So go follow me.
Period. And don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share this video, y'all. And we hope that we are a blessing to you. All right, so we about to get into it. First question.
I think you have to be in order to be in a relationship.
You taking this one?
I guess I'll start it off. I believe but I believe that a person does not have to be whole completely in order to be in a relationship. I feel like in a relationship, y'all can become a team. If that person is on the same mental state and they have the same goals as you. I believe that in a relationship, you can work on yourself, but you can also work together as a team to better yourself, but also better each other. So I feel like you do need to make sure you leave the extra baggage from your past and make sure you grew from that in order to move forward in a new relationship. I do believe that. And I'm gonna pass it on to my girl Marissa.
Let's see. I do think you should be whole. You know, I agree with you to a certain extent. But I think you should be whole. I think you should know who you are. Like, I think it's certain criteria that you should have before you get in a relationship, right? Like,
yeah,
I think,
agree too.
Yeah, I think, like, you should be whole. Like, you should be healed from traumas, okay? Daddy issues, mommy issues.
Right.
Okay, because if you ain't healed from that, there's no way we could work on that together. Because, you know, you're going to have to deal with that on the side. But
I agree.
Your insecurities, all that. Like, when I mean whole as a person. You content with being single by yourself. You love yourself as a single, and you're content with who you are. So then when you get into a relationship, you already happy. You know what I mean? Right. It's like they are the icing on the cake. They are the cherry. They're not the foundation of your relationship.
Right.
Because I feel like I've been in a relationship where I lost myself because I was never happy. So I'm like, oh, if I get into a relationship, you know,
right,
I'm happy, all this other stuff. But nah, I was never happy. You know what I mean? The person can make you happy. They can make you sad. They can make you angry. Like, and I feel like somebody shouldn't have that much power over you. But when you're not whole, and it's like, I don't know who I am, and I expect somebody else to love me and give me that, it's like I'm gonna be all over the place.
I agree. Also, in addition to that, I believe that sometimes you might not feel whole until you have that person that's by your side to just help you when you feel like you broken, when you feel like ain't nobody else there to help you through those rough times. So I feel like at some point you might feel whole, but at other times in your life you might not feel as whole. So at one point you might feel whole, and then another point you might just feel like you just broken. So.
Period. We gonna pause.
Pause, because the baby crying. And I'm like, do I hear something? And
all right, y'all, we back. We had some technical difficulties. Some children difficulties, not even technical. All right, so we're going to get into the next question.
Do you believe in soulmates?
I'm going to let her go first on this question.
Yeah, I believe in soulmates. Yeah, I do. I believe in soulmates. I do believe in someone who is suitable just for your soul. Like a suitable soulmate is somebody who would be suitable to your mind, your emotions, all that. You know what I mean? Right. They would match that equally. Now, do I feel like it's multiple soulmates? I do. I don't think it's just one soulmate. You know, I think it's people who is specifically for you. Now, if I feel like we talking about like a kingdom spouse, I feel like it's only one kingdom spouse. Like somebody who God ordained for you. But I do feel like it's people who are suitable for your soul, but that don't necessarily mean that that's the person who God ordained for you. Yeah.
I also agree that there are soulmates out here. And I also agree that you can have multiple soulmates as well. I believe a soulmate is somebody who you feel a strong connection to, that it's hard to find a connection.
That's real.
So when you find a strong connection, I mean strong, and you can feel like your soul is connected to that person. Like you feel their emotions, y'all feel each other emotions. If I'm happy, he can feel that I'm happy, and when I'm off, he know when I'm off. So I feel like that's what a soulmate really is. Somebody who is connected to you on multiple levels, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, somebody you can trust with your money. If you have to get a prenup, I don't think that's your soulmate, honestly, for example. So that's what a soulmate would mean to, or look like to me.
For real. She said financially. No, let's be real. It's every area in your life.
Right.
It's not just one area. It's not sex. It's not
exactly.
It's every area. Like,
I agree 100% with that.
Okay, great. We went through that quick.
Yes, we did.
All right, so the next question.
The next question is, do you believe in love at first sight?
I do believe in love at first sight to a certain extent. I feel like when you see somebody and you can feel a connection to that person automatically. You feel a different type of energy, a different type of vibe because you can feel auras, and I feel like you can feel an aura of somebody. So you might know that might be or possibly could be your soulmate. I'm not saying that you gonna be in love with this person on the first day, but I'm saying you might know from that strong connection that this could possibly be my soulmate.
I believe it. I believe in love at first sight.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I feel like the room gonna stand still when I meet mine. I'll be like, I feel like you're just gonna stand still. Like, I know you. You know me. I seen you before. You know what I mean? And I think it's something too. What's crazy about it though? I feel like when you do meet that person, it's feel like you seen them before or you know them before. You know, people be like deja vu, but I really feel like deja vu is something that God's shown you. And then you meet them.
You feel like you previously knew this
like
person.
in a dream or something. Like he previously shown you, then you meet them and you like, bruh.
I feel like I know you from somewhere. I feel like a soulmate is also because I watched a lot of love stories and a lot of love shows. For instance, Love at First Sight. Y'all, I feel like for me, I know it's a show, but you learn a lot of lessons from these shows.
You do.
I feel like for them, Love at First Sight was actually not even necessarily being physically connected to that person, but just being connected. Meaning you could relate to a lot of things that they say. Like y'all got a lot of in common, like based off of the connection, going back to connection. It's all about connection for me, which is what makes that person feel like they're a soulmate to you.
Yeah, so you believe it's one person for you though? Like y'all know I had to get into, I'm gonna get into the Bible real quick. Like Mary and Joseph. Is it Joseph? Mary and Joseph, I'm fried. Like, I feel like that's a kingdom spouse. You know what I mean? Like somebody who God ordained specifically for you. Versus it's like, this person is suitable for my soul. This person is suitable for my soul. Like, I feel like a kingdom spouse is like that one person who is like, is going to inherit God's kingdom with you. That makes sense?
I feel like,
because you can have multiple people that's suitable to you. You know what I mean? Like, they a good person for you. It look good on paper. Y'all good together. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like you can make it work, though.
I feel like, what she's saying, I feel like she's saying with the kingdom soulmate, somebody that everybody's not comfortable with their spirituality. So if y'all can definitely relate on a spiritual level as well, and y'all feel connected, like I feel like I had multiple soulmates. Like I feel like I passed up my soulmate previously in my last relationship. I ruined things with him and I feel like he moved on, but now I feel like my soulmate could possibly be the person that I'm with, because he has a lot to work on, but at the same time I feel like God placed me in his life because I'm strong enough to handle somebody like him. In my previous relationship, he was a little bit more, soft-spirited, kind-hearted, and the person that I'm with now is a little bit more tough on me. Like he has a soft spirit, but at the same time he know how to, bring that roughness out. And I feel like that's what I need. Me being the woman that I am, I need that. I don't need a man that's going to just let me walk all over him, because I think I took advantage of that personally. So I'm learning from that experience. So I think that was supposed to be my soulmate, but I think that God now has to place me with another soulmate.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Somebody that's going to actually bring out that, you know, that softer side of me. That lower my dominance and bring out my what's the word you asked me?
Alpha, like beta, like that.
The opposite of dominance. We was just talking about this. The opposite of dominance, when they call it, not like your feminine side, pretty much. So
yeah. Okay, period.
Do you think that you have had multiple soulmates? Did you have an experience like that?
Yeah. But then again, it's like, no, because I don't want to say my feelings. Like, if I go based off my feelings, I say I have multiple soulmates.
Right.
But if I'm going based off of, like, you helped me spiritually, you advanced me, you did all that, like, you know, helped me grow in every area, then, you know.
No. Okay,
so I just don't want to get my feelings like confused with this my soulmate, that's my soulmate, just because I feel something for you. Because I had to learn, like, just because everything I feel isn't a fact. And I'm the girl who go based off of feelings, like, and I'm like, God, please help me master my emotions, because I just be like, oh, I feel this, oh, it's right, and it be like, girl, everything you feel like right.
It's just hard to like kind of distinguish between feelings and what's actually real. Because it can feel real, but it can be an illusion.
Exactly. You so delusional, Marissa.
Your heart and your mind be playing tricks with you. It's like, okay, is this really something good for me, or do I just really want this to be good for me? I think sometimes we force it.
Yeah, it's like cognitively, you know it ain't good for you, but emotionally, you like, it's good for me.
Yeah, I think we all struggle with that a little bit. I'm working on that too. So maybe I don't have multiple soulmates and I'm still figuring it out, because I am figuring it out, guys.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Right. Live and learn. All right, next question.
The next question was, how long do you have to date before you get into a relationship?
Listen, y'all, I ain't gonna fake. I rush all my relationships. I wish I would have waited and dated and got to know the person, but I don't know. I feel like you would know, but I would definitely say don't rush. But don't have no dude waiting. Like, don't be waiting. He be like, you gonna be my girl? This been 2 years.
Right. I feel like it's definitely a time frame should be put on how long you should date somebody. Because somebody would definitely date you forever and never ask for you to be their girlfriend. For me, I think I would be in a relationship with somebody that actually courted me and actually took their time with me versus just jumping based off a feeling. Like we said, going based on the feelings. Yeah. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I just want to be in a relationship because I don't want to be just sitting around with this person, spending all my time with this person. Right. But for me, I knew that I should be in a relationship with somebody when this person actually courted me, dated me, got to know me better. That person is somebody that's actually trying to court you and not just jump into your pants. Somebody that's actually trying to, you know, get to know you better for you. Get to know your good and your bad and still want to be with you.
That's real. Just feel like you should take your time. Don't jump into it. Don't be so thirsty, you know. I ain't gonna fake. I'm gonna put this out there. Don't be desperate. That's why I say know yourself. You like, oh, I gotta hurry up and jump into a relationship. Your girl was desperate before, okay? And it just went bad because I'm just like, I don't want to be by myself. I want to be in a relationship. Let me hurry up. And then it was just all bad, all wrong because I wasn't content with where I was at. That's why I'm like, take your time. Like, if you want to date for 6 months, 90 days, 30 days, whatever, but just make sure you know that person before you just get into a relationship. Like,
and definitely know your worth too.
Okay.
Because you worth more than just somebody just trying to call you or late hours of the day. Don't settle for that.
Yeah.
We not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like if I knew my worth, I wouldn't ever been so thirsty to be hopping in relationships. And
I feel like we all been where she may be at or where she was at in the past. We all have been there. It's just a matter, I think, of getting to know yourself, getting to know what it is you want out of somebody else and what you expect to give to somebody else.
Yeah.
you know how they say, you gotta be able to get what you expect to get. I think that.
I agree. All right, next question.
The next question was, do you think you should stay with someone who has a lot of healing to do?
Absolutely not.
No.
So you don't think you should stay with someone who got a lot of healing? No, because they're gonna hurt you in the process. It is you. I feel like you hurting yourself staying with somebody.
Hurt people definitely hurt people.
Yeah, and misery love company, and brokenness attract brokenness. So if I'm staying with you, then I'm gonna just become broken too. You know what I mean? Like. It's a lot of healing. It's like define a lot though,
right?
Like, cause everybody got healing to do, but it's like define a lot.
And I feel like you would never know if that person actually healed or not unless you actually take your time to get to know that person. Because some people, what you see is not what you're gonna get. They'll show you this side of them, and then you get with them, and you will see a whole nother side. It's up to you to decide if you want to deal with this person in a healing journey. Or if you want to be like, no, I just want, like K. Michelle said, can't raise a man. So make sure that man is already a man and not a boy.
Exactly. I wouldn't do it. I feel like you just hurting yourself. You setting yourself up.
Yeah.
And
I understand nobody's perfect,
Yeah, ain't nobody perfect. But it's just certain stuff I ain't dealing with. And I ain't dealing with no insecure man. That's out. That's a lot of healing you gotta do. Like, we all got our insecurities, but insecure where I can't wear what I want to wear and I can't go out the house and you get upset, another dude looking at me like, that's, nah. Cause then it's like, what you doing?
That's not okay.
It's not okay. It's like, what you doing?
I agree.
What is you doing? That I can't do nothing. You know what I mean? I've been in relationships where people diminish me and belittle who I am because they couldn't handle who I was.
Right.
Like, oh, I know she too good for me, so I'ma bring her down. It's like, no, I'm not. Yeah.
No.
I work too hard, y'all, to get out situations.
We can both be great together.
Yeah.
You don't need to bring somebody else down to make yourself feel bigger than what you are.
Yeah.
It's just not okay.
Yeah. A lot of healing? No.
No, not a lot of healing. I mean, I feel like to a certain extent, we all have some healing to do.
Right.
But just make sure you're not bringing somebody else down in that process. If you know you have a lot of healing to do, work on yourself first.
But that's what I'm saying. People don't do that though, because they be like, you know how you said you're like, oh, somebody gonna make me feel like.
Right.
That's how they be feeling, and it's like, no, you need to go work on yourself because you bringing that energy over here, knowing you not healed.
Right. Again, like, I don't feel like somebody should be completely whole, because one minute you can feel whole, and then the next minute you can feel broken. But it's a certain extent to it. Just make sure you're not bringing somebody else down.
But are you completely whole if one minute you feel whole and next minute you feel broken? That means you ain't really whole then.
I don't know. I just feel like some people, we all have our ups and downs.
Yeah.
Like, one minute I could be completely happy today with my life, and then tomorrow it could be something little that just make me feel like, dang, I'm just not enough. Like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not whole. Like, I need this, I need that to make me whole.
But that's
so I guess that's what you're saying. Like, make sure
you good, because I feel like
you don't need certain things to make you feel whole. You whole within yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's always a growing process. You always gonna be working on yourself.
It is.
You always gonna try to better yourself.
Right.
So I don't know, I think that goes to say nobody's perfect, so I don't think nobody's gonna ever be completely whole. But just whole and knowing that you could do better is what makes you whole for me.
Yeah, don't get into a relationship you don't know your worth.
Yeah. No.
Nah.
Because you would just accept anything at that point.
Don't have no standards, you compromising.
Right. And you would think them doing something little is just enough.
Oh my God. It's question. We get into it.
Yeah, we get it.
The next question was, do you think you could love someone and still cheat?
I guess I'll take this question because I've been there, done that. And I believe you can love somebody and cheat. I just think sometimes you're not ready for that person. For me, I wasn't ready for that person. I believe that he was more mature in certain aspects of his life than I was.
That's real.
And I believe I was more mature in some aspects of my life than he was. So I believe that in that aspect, I prayed for a husband and I got most of the qualities that I was looking for in a husband. But I just think I wasn't ready. I prayed too soon. and God answered my prayers. And I felt like that was my soulmate. And I just think I wasn't ready for that. So, you know, it taught me a lot of lessons.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there, done that too.
I think a lot of people can relate here.
Done that too. So, I mean, I still love the person. I just feel like
definitely.
I just wanted what I wanted at the time.
Is it because I was going through a phase?
I mean, I wouldn't cheat again.
I think it was just part of my journey. It was a part of something that I needed to go through to realize that you can't hurt other people because you're going to end up hurting yourself. That's the lesson that I learned from that.
Also, if you really think about what love is a choice. And I feel like you wouldn't necessarily put somebody in that position. So it's like, did you really love in that moment? You know what I mean? So it's like, but we all got our battles. You know what I mean? But I think now for me, because I feel like I'm really understanding what love is and just experiencing it, I think I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you really love somebody.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
But then when I was still learning what love was, I'm like, okay.
I loved you. I just was.
Yeah. Before I'm like, okay, this probably not going to work anyways. But then I'm thinking I was self-sabotaging. So now I'm like, it could have worked. I really did love that person because after we broke up, I'm like, I really felt some type of way. I felt like I was drowning every day that I wasn't with that person. So I'm like, I just wasn't ready.
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep.
What's the deal breakers in a relationship?
Who going first?
I mean, we can both just chime in.
Okay, period.
I would say in a relationship, some deal breakers for me would be lying is one of the biggest ones. Like, please don't lie. Just be upfront with me. Like, I want to be real with you. You be real with me.
That's real.
Don't think you're going to hurt my feelings because not much hurt my feelings. So, be real at all times. Honesty, definitely trust will be another one. And I'm gonna let her chime in because it's some more that I want to add, but I'm gonna let her. She probably got the same ones as me. So,
a deal breaker for me is a beta male.
A beta male.
Like, he got to be more dominant than I am. Like, that's a deal breaker. Like, I can't walk all over you because I believe a guy is supposed to be a leader and a provider. And if I'm being real, I can't submit to no man and be submissive to a man who I feel like I can walk all over. I'm just, you know, What you think about submissive? Being submissive?
I think that the same. I can't be submissive to a man that I can dominate. You're not gonna get me to submit if I'm dominating you.
That's real.
Because then I'm gonna just keep dominating you. Because I think I can get away with it.
So what you think about submission now? Because like in this culture that we in, it's like I'm not submitting to no man. But do you think that come from like independent households where it's like I only raise?
A lot of women are more independent and like they say they don't need a man because they grew up without one. And a lot of men don't take responsibility for their actions. And they're not around in their kids' lives, so then they learn how to have that. Or any parent, like for that matter, it could be a mom, it could be a dad, it could just be not having support in general. So just being more like, I'm going to be independent. I don't need nobody.
But do you got a problem with being submissive?
I don't have a problem being submissive for the right person. I'm not going to submit myself to the wrong man because he's going to dominate me.
That's real.
He's going to walk over me.
That's real.
And I'm only going to let a man be dominant if I feel like he leading me in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like he could be that leader and he not going to go, you know, jumping off a cliff and making a bad decision and I'm going to follow you. And now we both just, jumping off this cliff together. Like, we need to be making sure we jumping into something that's going to help benefit our relationship, that's going to help grow us. You know, as a team. But I feel like you shouldn't submit completely to a man unless you married to him anyway.
That's real. D, I'm scared I'm going to be able to hear you.
Right, D? What is you? He better
He was there cracking up.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was gonna say just about being submissive. Like, I don't have a problem with being submissive. Like you said, it's to the right man. Like, don't be out here submitting to every man. You know what I mean? Because it's like, then you gonna not want to be submissive when the right man come around.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful about what you submitting to and who you submitting to.
I feel like you shouldn't submit or even be in a relationship with somebody that you can't even
Submit.
feel like you could submit to.
Yeah. Because
that means you don't trust him if you don't want to submit to him.
Right, and I want to trust every decision you make, and that's what I was saying earlier about just being kingdom spouse. Like, in order for me to trust you, I gotta trust God, if it makes sense. Like, that's, you know, when you in a union and it's one. Yeah. So it's like, I have to trust you to know that you went to God to make a decision and say, okay, babe, we about to do this, we about to do this. So it's like, even if I don't agree, I have to trust you because I trust God.
Yeah, and that goes into another deal breaker for me. I do not want a man that's not God-fearing. No, thank you. Because if I can't freely talk about religion with you or God, God is number one for me.
That's real.
If I can't freely talk about God with the man, we can't do this. Yeah. I can't. Because look, so you making me feel like I should be uncomfortable about my religion, and I'm not. So
y'all, so we're gonna get into the next question.
What is
y'all ready?
Next question is, what is a 50-50 in a relationship?
Baby, I don't believe in that. My man is gonna provide. You gonna provide for me?
For me.
I'm gonna be submissive. I'ma have the food ready. I'ma have everything you need. It's like, it's no reason why you shouldn't, you know, you shouldn't be the provider, because I'm gonna have everything taken care of, the kids, the everything you need. You know what I mean? Like washing your clothes, the dishes. Like, I'm gonna have everything done for you. So the fact that if you can't pay the rent, like, I'm giving you everything and then you still want me to pay too? No. Yeah.
For me, I don't think it should be 50-50 at all. I feel like the agreement is not an agreement. That's the wrong wording. If y'all having a situation where it is an agreement. If the woman agrees to stay home and take care of the kids and cater and be a housewife, and the man wants his woman to stay home, that's their agreement. Right. But I feel like a couple should be able to lean on each other. So if my man ain't got it, I'm definitely gonna get out here and get that. I'm gonna get that bag for sure. For sure. So it ain't gotta be 50-50. Sometimes I might have it, he might not, so I might be 70-30. He might have it and I don't have it, so that's gonna be a different type of situation in a different, you know, setting and different era.
That's good. So, but they talking about 50-50 relationship, period, though. It's not like you don't pick him up sometimes. Like, I get that, but it's like 50-50. Period. Like, you go 50 on the bills, you go 50 on this, you go 50.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I don't think it should be 50-50. It don't have to be 50-50.
Yeah, but when he need help, for sure, we picking him up.
If that's their agreement, yes.
Yeah, to each his own.
But in my relationship, we don't do no 50-50, nothing. If I need help with this, you need help with that. If you don't have it all, we're gonna help each other. Like, if you wanna, we don't argue about money. Yeah. So if money is not an issue, we're not gonna argue about it. It's just materials. It don't really need to be an argument about it.
That's real.
We help each other, it's gonna get done.
But I guess I just want my man to come in knowing that it ain't.
But 50-50. I think a man definitely should be a provider, and his woman, if she does want the opportunity and not have to go to work as often, then she should have the opportunity. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, men are providers and they should provide for the household. The woman should be able to stay home with the kid and cook, but the woman definitely can't be expected at all him to come home after work, cook, clean, care for the kids. Like, what are you doing? What are you bringing to the table?
Yeah, that's real.
I definitely think a woman and a man should be an asset in a relationship.
Exactly.
Not a liability.
Exactly. That's real.
So yeah, bring something to the table.
Both of y'all.
Yeah. Sure. You can't just bring yourself. That's not enough, sweetie.
It's not. Maybe we was like 16, 15, you know?
Y'all better not say that when somebody asks y'all what to bring to the table. Don't say me, because it was a song like that. She said she bring herself. That's not enough. That's not. You need to be an asset in some other way other than yourself.
Can you fill me up? Can you lift me? Like, what is you going, you know what I mean?
Can you push me? Can you motivate me? Exactly. Can you, like we said, pray for me?
Exactly.
You know?
That's real.
Yeah.
Next question was, what did it take to make the relationship successful?
For me, I think communication Communication is the key.
Yeah.
Because if y'all communicate about things that's gone wrong or things that need to be worked on, the strengths and weaknesses of a relationship, it can be built up to be stronger. And I think a lot of people, their expectations is too high. Some people need to lower their expectations because nobody's perfect. Yeah. Somebody's gonna have to deal with your baggage, and you're gonna have to deal with theirs.
That's real.
And that's why it's just like learning what you want to deal with and what you don't.
Yeah, that's why you need to have standards and preferences. Like a preference is something that you could live without. A standard is something that you stick by. So my standard is you gotta be a godly man. My preference is you gotta be 6.
But don't expect something that you're not willing to give yourself. You want this man to have a big old house, but what do you have? You're living outside your car, sis. You need to lower that. Lower your expectations. Look in the mirror. Realize what it is that you can bring to the table before you set your boundaries. Because a man don't want a woman that's just needy and don't have anything to bring, and she just require him to just bring everything and basically just be perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
Ain't nobody perfect.
And that's why some women don't have a man.
I agree. And I feel like the black culture is suffering so much because I don't know what it is, but we suffering.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a pride, an ego thing. Like it's just like we just suffering as black women. And I really feel like too it's also how we put ourselves out there too though.
The realest thing I have ever heard is you shouldn't need a man. You should want a man.
That's real.
I shouldn't have to need you. I should want you. Wanting somebody is more prosperous than needing them.
Yeah.
Because if I want you, you know you won. If I feel like I don't need you, it's like, okay, maybe I don't need you. Because I can give myself everything probably that you are giving me. But if I want you, that means you really showing me something different than what everybody else has showed me.
Yeah.
It's hard to actually want somebody.
Yeah. Because I feel like you shouldn't need nobody, like you said.
Yeah, but God.
But God, period.
You got God, you don't need nobody else. But want somebody in that way and crave them.
Right.
And feel like you can't live without this person.
Right.
That's your soulmate, sis. That's your soulmate.
But for me, a successful relationship is like it's centered around God, like communication. But just to jump off of you, like it's centered around God. Like I feel like I've been in so many relationships that wasn't centered around God. And the realest thing I ever heard is if he ain't spirit led, he misleading. So
I like that one.
Yeah,
I like that.
He gonna mislead you. There's no way you could lead me if God not leading you. If you not listening to him, if you not praying to him, you can't lead me the right way.
You know, another thing I think is good for a successful relationship is just knowing each other's love languages. Because this is one big thing for me. Please, I am affectionate. I am very neat.
Yes.
I am very attention seeking. So you really gotta meet my attention needs. Like I really need you to show me affection. Show me why you appreciate me. And that don't have to be materialistic. That is not my love language. You don't have to buy me things. Like I'm not impressed by gifts. I need you to be romantic. Like buy me flowers. I don't like them, but still. Like I look at them, you know. Yeah, I take a picture of them. You know that lasts longer than the flowers.
Yes.
So I might take a little picture. You know, rub me down, give me a massage or something.
Yes.
Something like that. It don't gotta be big. People think they gotta spend a lot of money just to impress somebody. You could just take them on a picnic date or whatever. Pack a lunch, you know. Right, walk to the beach, on the beach, something. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get a woman or to keep a woman.
Yeah.
It's just, I think love language is important.
Yeah, my love language is affection too. And also words of affirmation.
Oh yeah, words of affirmation. Yes, that's important. Talk about it, right.
Yeah, I just roll over real quick.
Yeah, and they just think, like, when you conceited, they wonder why. Because you got to boost yourself up when you're not getting enough compliments. So compliment your woman.
Yeah, I love when my man do that.
Take her on a
I mean, I guess I'm delusional because I'm saying my man, but I'm also speaking it because I know it's going to happen.
You manifesting it. We're not going to be, we're going to have everything we want in due time. We just have to continue to grow within ourselves and realize that Like, nobody's perfect.
That's real.
And you're gonna have to accept something from somebody. And if you don't want to accept anything, then you're just probably gonna be by yourself forever. Just let's be real.
Yeah.
The real, like, true meaning. What is the real meaning of love? Like,
That's a good one.
love somebody.
I think it's a choice. I do. I think when you really, like, for me, loving, like, for me, learning about love, I'm realizing that it's a choice. It's not just a feeling. Like, yeah, I could feel like I love you, but it's a choice for me to not go out on cheat. It's a choice for me to still uplift you, even when I feel bad about myself. It's a choice.
I agree. That's a good
choice.
point.
Like, I feel like you, yeah. And it's not envy, it don't boast. I'm quoting scripture. But,
but that's true.
You know, it don't boast. Like,
it's definitely patient.
It's yes.
Because you gonna have to deal with their flaws, and for me, love is embracing their flaws. You know, not exploiting them.
That's real.
Embracing them and like helping them realize that that's not a deal breaker.
Yeah.
It might be a deal breaker for somebody else, but for you gonna love them regardless of this flaw.
Yeah.
And then like for me, love is just not wanting to really be without that person no matter what y'all go through. Cause stuff really get hard. Like growing through them growing pains. It's like dealing with them growing pains and still want to be with that person.
It's unconditional.
I think, unconditional.
It's unconditional.
No matter what y'all go through, and just when stuff get hard, you gonna be better or worse.
That mean you ain't switching up on that person. You ain't.
Right.
It's like, no.
Your person is your person. No matter what y'all go through, y'all just gotta really just learn how to grow through it.
Yeah, that's real.
Go through it and grow through it.
So can you be with somebody in 10 years, right? So y'all had a 10-year relationship. 10 year. And he cheated on you. Would you still be with him and y'all got kids and everything?
I think if he was maybe working towards not ever, like making a commitment to never cheat again, and we actually like maybe going to counseling or something, and he working through it, and I can actually see this man starting to change, then I'm like, okay, I can forgive you, because people make mistakes. It just don't keep making them.
And then
because then I feel like this not a mistake no more. Like you doing this on purpose, and I feel like you don't care about me. You trying to see the person that you claim to love hurt.
Right.
And I'm not gonna keep continuing to hurt this person. Unless I can't control it. And then if you can't control it and you love that person, you just need to set them free. I feel like love sometimes is walking away and realizing that you're not ready for this. This person deserves better, and y'all can still walk away and realize we can be friends, you know. But being truthful, letting yourself know and that person know, like, I'm not ready for this. I'm sorry, you deserve better than this. That's caring about the person. That's love.
Selfish.
Because people do make mistakes, and sometimes they not mistakes that we want to, see or hear about. But sometimes the truth, girls really appreciate the truth. So
before though, I didn't appreciate the truth. I couldn't handle it. Don't tell me that's not what it is. But now I'm in a place where it's like I could appreciate the truth. I could understand.
They say don't go looking for something because you might just find what you're looking for. So if you looking for the truth and you get it, you gotta know it's gonna hurt, but you did ask for it.
You did.
And I'm gonna be hurt. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna appreciate that man was honest.
Exactly. At the end of the day, because
at the end of the day.
So we going out this weekend?
I guess that means yes. If we can get a babysitter, because my mama gonna get tired of my stuff. She gonna be like, "Are you kidding me?" But I think that's it.
That's the move this weekend. Period.
I I'll be ready. I'll find me an outfit.
Okay, cute. All right, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in to TTMT, and that is Talk to Me Tuesday. And you know you rocking with your girl Marissa Christine, and I brought my girl Shay.
Yes,
So,
and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to her channel.
Period.
This won't be the last time y'all gonna see my face.
All right.
All right.
Wanna be who you wanna be, and I'm stunned till I get it.